Hey everyone, Lensman Oz here, and welcome back to TNP Limitless 6. We are ready for another episode here, and like I said last episode, we're going to try and set up some mechanism or tripling. Now I'm going to try and fit it in down here. It may not work, but I won't go like mass like this. I'll end up using the factory setup so that you can upgrade each level, but we've got a bit of prep work to do before we get there. First things first, if we do uses of uranium here, let's pop along the whole page. Now, I'm not going to do this setup because this is hydrogen chloride, for example. But if we just go enrichment, no, purification. So we're going to want a purification chamber. And then after that, we'll take the uranium clumps. We want uses of that through a crusher. And then uses of this through enrichment. Yep. And then we'll run that through, maybe I'll run that through the furnaces we've already got, but we can run through an energized smelter for an example. So to do all of this, we're actually going to need oxygen. So if we go uses of this, we are going to need oxygen. So we can convert flint into oxygen, which is not much, but if I want oxygen, the best way is via electrolytic separator, I believe. We can just pump water in and get hydrogen and oxygen. That's an interesting one. Depends how much flint I've got, to be quite honest. Cool, so let's get an electrolytic separator. How much flint do I have? Probably not tons. Nah, not a lot. Cool. So we'll get this, we'll get a few other bits and pieces. So there'll be some, actually let's do at Mac in here. I've got a bunch of stuff just from like quest rewards and stuff. We've got some cables. Now I already have a couple of these machines. So I've already got an enrichment chamber. No, that's not that one. So we can actually get rid of that guy. We've got a smelting factory. Come on. We've got a smelting factory, so I don't need the smelter. Sawmill, don't need that at the moment. Cool. So we've got a few biogenerators I can actually start generating some power with as well. I think that's all I've got as freebies. Yeah. Cool, so we'll make the rest. And then obviously we're going to need a bunch of bits and pieces. I'm probably going to need to set up a way of making all this stuff too. So we're going to need, I've already got this, but we need to automate it. So let's look at what we need for purification. Actually, let's go right to the start and go electrolytic separator. So if I want this guy, I need one of these. Cool. I'm going to need some osmium dust and some gold dust. Gold. Now, gold will be outputting automatically. So let's just put some of this through here, and part of me wants to just rotate this out of the way for the moment. Maybe I'll just turn off... no? Auto eject is disabled. Can you have... That'll do it. It's alright, we'll just push it through there and hope for the best, right? Okay, so there's some gold. Can I run? Osmium can't go through there. Ooh, crushing osmium. You can just do it with a hammer. Okay. Do I have a hammer in here? Yup. Okay, so let's just do this. Probably do it with this too, can I? No, that's plates. Okay, so if I want... What am I missing? Iron. One to start, right? Cool. So there's the core. Gonna need a couple of infused alloy. Which, from memory, iron and redstone, yep. So let's just grab a little bit of redstone. Two. Alrighty. So we're also going to need a sink because we're going to need water. That. Cool. Okay, there's our electrolytic separator. Can I make a sink? Got one. Nice. And while we're at it, crusher. Need a steel casing. I can make that. Crusher. And purification chamber. So I'm going to need another enrichment chamber, which means I need another steel casing. Okay, so I need 4 more infused alloys, and then I need these guys, which need, so 6, I need 8 more infused alloy. It's cool. Let's chuck 14 and 14 in. Let that go. I don't know why I keep running back here, by the way. I've got the universal grid. I'm so used to just doing it this way. Let's actually check our quest book, because I'm sure there's a mechanism line that I'm probably missing. There we go. Yeah, so steel casing, we may as well claim it. Crusher. Electrolytic separator. And then the enrichment chamber. Good, good. Your loot bags there. Some lead dust. All right. You're getting along. So long story short, we need to put the sink down. Said I was going to do it here. So let's put the sink probably under the floor, right? What do I need? I'll want electrolytic separator, purify. Yep, so it needs to be about here. And then it also needs, unless it can draw in automatically, I don't think it can. Interesting, let's, if I do that, can you provide config fluids? I don't think there's inputs the bottom. And it needs to be input is red. Yeah. That's just colors. That's not what I want. So it can't do auto. That's cool. All right, so we're going to need to pick both these guys up and get some sort of tube or water pipe. I put the lead dust away, it's just going to get converted. What am I using elsewhere? Do we have translocators in this pack? No. Right, pipe. Basic mechanical pipe. Trying to keep it with the whole piece here. I'm probably going to need a do I have a configurator in my morphing tool? Probably not. Pipe here. Nope, going to need a configurator. It's okay. And the separator sits on top, right? And then we'll have... Oh, I haven't done purifying yet. I'm waiting on some of them. Purification chamber, so I need one more of these guys. Okay. Purify. And then brush. Rich. Melt. Yep. All right, so all we need to do now is one, get power over here, and two, get that water flowing. So I'm going to need a configurator. So let's make one of them. Energy tablet. Configurator. I was going to say, I could have sworn I had wireless power, and I do. It is loading up here. Cool. So if I pop that out, can I do this? Yes, I can. Did that get power from like my just wirelessly? I think it did. All right, so this is actually working. Oxygen is going over to here. Good. I wouldn't mind running the hydrogen into a... What are they called? I don't know if I've got one. Got the power. Whatever their things are called. I did make one in the other pack. If I go hydrogen, uses of hydrogen. No, it's a fuel, right? Okay. Generator. Gas burning generator. I mean, it's not ideal, but it could produce power using it. So let's just get a little bit more iron and a little bit more redstone. Pump that through. And we'll make a gas burning generator to kick off some more power for this. It used to be able you could run these things on one, but I don't know if that's still the case. I think I only need one more, didn't I? Gas. So you want one of them. Oh, what am I missing? Iron dust. Of course I am. So I would have dropped it in there and it would have got... Oh no, it's in here. I was going to say I would have dropped it in there, it would have got processed. You, this, thanks. And then one of these. Nice. Okay, so you go there. You generate power. What I actually want you to do is output your power to here. And then the rest I'll run off something else. Doesn't really matter, but... Cables. A couple of basic universals. A couple more of them. But I need to set up the steel processing too. So if I do this... No, that's not working. What about here? Cool. Can I combine you and you? Yep. Okay, so you are... not... it's probably lossy. Okay, so for you... Let's get a point. Can I make a flux point? Got a recipe for it. Flux point start. Ugh, need flux dust and an eye of ender. Do I have any ender pearls? Nope. Need to get that need to get the thingy. This deep learner with the enderman in it. Let's put that away in that. Let's open these loot bags real quick. Actually, let's do this. We did the purification chamber. Yes, what else did I do then? Was it in the something else? Once we servo press, might as well claim it. The flux linkage amplifier. Oh, and the blast chiller. Made that the other episode. Major kind of power. Oh, hardened reactor. I'll take that. Okay, it's not in here, obviously. It's probably just an advancement. Wherever the advancement menu is now. Mechanism. Shout out if you see it. There. There's probably something I've scored in here. Oh, I don't know. I don't like how the thing goes up and down when you hover over something. Potentially it was this here. All right. Cool. So I need to set up a few of these, or at least make these. I think you can make them into a factory. Do we have any factory? Whatever they're called, installers. Hey, we got an infusing factory. Do I have more of them? Nope. This is soaring. If I type the word factory in, I'm pressing. That's okay. All right, so I just need to get power to these guys. So worst case, I'll just run some cable for the moment until I can get some more ender pearls. I don't think I've got a spare point around anyway. I've got a spare plug because this guy doesn't need to be here anymore. It is really nice having that extra power running in the basement and realizing that there are facades you can put over the top of cables. Everything here should be running well. Running at like 0 temperature. How are you doing? Some weather predictions. A couple of prediction matrices left. You can go in there. We'll get some more nether stars. Right. You can go in there. So uranium clumps. Let's just get energy pipes here. Potentially just, I don't know if these cables will connect to it. Not really. Or do they? Can I make them connect? Set you to full? No. Okay. Fine. So let's just go and get some energy pipes. I'll run it around here for now. Why am I running? Why am I doing it? Pipe. Energy pipe. Might be enough. You connect? Yes. It's ugly, but it'll work. Alright, so it's processing the raw uranium through and we're getting uranium clumps. I need to set this to auto eject. I was going to say, are you guys even hearing this? I think you are. You just see the little thing moving. I like how all my noises are back every time I load in. Alright, so you need to have eject on. I've got these couple of clumps here I can run through there. Shh. Quiet. And then you will need to be eject on. Alright, so all I need now is to run, I don't know, like exporters. Oh, that's an advanced exporter, by the way, everyone. That's from extra storage. So instead of just having one line, you can actually have two. Shush. And I change this to thermal as well. All right. So that'll process through and we're tripling our input. So I had one in here and then I had those 4 things here. So we should end up with 6. There you go. Okay, so let's get an exporter. And what, an interface maybe? Fluid one. Get a normal interface. Should be able to push into the interface. And then I need some cable. What have I got in the way of cable? 6. Make me some more, please. Okay. Just cranking along. Oh, you should be done. Did I ask for an importer instead of an exporter? No. Interface. Did I ask for an X? Hello? Did I not actually start it? Did I do something wrong there? Refined. Okay. Whatever. Okay, so exporter. Top of this guy. we'll put the interface on top of this guy, and then we'll turn this one to be output on top and nothing there, and go eject. So cool, I've pushed it into there. Let's get those, what were the 3 that we didn't still have? We've got bauxite, uranium, and osmium. Cool. So I'm going to put uranium first because that's what I'm using for power. So those 3. Oh, I probably don't want to do this because I probably want a crafting. I don't know. Maybe I'll set up a separate one for it. Around the back. Can't fly in this pack yet, but I can fall with style. Oops. A little bit too much style, or a little bit too much falling, whichever one you want to go with. It's messy. It's ugly, but it's connected. Typical Minecraft, right? Rain and storms. So that's running uranium. And we should be outputting uranium. Let me get rid of these things. Should be outputting uranium and osmium and stuff eventually. If we get basic factory upgrades for each of these, we'll be able to handle all 3 at once. And power I'm not worried about. And this one's literally just power for the sake of running, so I don't waste the hydrogen. Worst case, I'll connect cable up to the back and not worry too much about it, but we'll see what happens. So if I go to factory, it may not keep up. But there's our automated setup for the last of our materials, because obviously we had, I need to add osmium. Oh, I've got osmium here. What was the other one? Bauxite. Don't have. You will turn into aluminium. How will you? There. And then I need my cards. Wrong button. Linking. An energy pipe in here. I want you to be locked, and I want you to be part of the network. Cool. Very nice. Put them away. Okay, so now when it processes aluminium, it should come into here. I've got a few more things I still need to work on. Let's go down and check out the reactor. I did go and change the name there. I moved where we land. The reactor's up and running quite nicely. It's working well. Nice out of the box is cabling working. So this should now be able to export uranium as we're making it up there, which is good. So we'll always have fuel. It's just going to be the waste side of things that becomes our next stumbling block, which will be the cyanite that comes out of here. But yeah, it just sort of kicks on and off and just keeps it full. It's running at a pretty reasonable percentage. I don't know about usage when it's running. It's was all right. So yeah, we're good in this respect. Power is not a problem for us anymore. I don't know where all those monsters are on the wall here somewhere. Not too worried about them. Cool. So that's one less ore we now need to worry about. It's all automated, so to speak. If I get a few more of those installers, I'm going to need a bunch more control circuits. So that needs me to put osmium and redstone through. So again, let's just grab a bit of this. Do I have a lot of osmium yet? Yeah, I can grab half a stack of each. Just make up some of them. I mean, I could grab another half a stack and run iron too, because why not? It'll do both. All right. Processing or tripling. I'm not too worried about the other materials because, I mean, you can see in here we've got, you know, thousands of copper and tin. And, I mean, iron's a little low. I don't seem to get a lot of iron coming through the network. It processes it pretty quick anyway. I don't know if I can get more out of like some of these dodgy helmets maybe. Don't think these are anything exciting. I can probably run them through here and gain a couple of ingots because why not? But until, you know, till we get things up and get 5 ingots from it, it's not terrible. Surely there's a bit of iron armor in here. Iron. Just not a lot. Deconstruct the iron doors maybe? I don't know if that's a thing. Can I run these through? Because that'd be cool if I could. Do you accept this? No. Oh, it was worth a try, right? Can I do anything with them? Dissolve it through our chemistry. That might be a way of doing it. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll purge things like that through there. If I put these dusts in here, it's going to consume them. I don't know where else to store them. It'll push it into that lot. Cool. All right. So let me claim these bags and then we'll call it a episode. So let me just go. Right. What do we get? Carbon paper and superheating element. Security station for Humanicraft, some biofuel, another ring, flux crystal, quester, emerald, spore sac, dimensional tank, shape builder, activity probe, aqueous accumulator thing, another morphing tool, enderite shovel, thick neutron reflector, sleep charm, oh, flower from Britannia, Chanter's Eye from Ars Nouveau, fork luminizer, ring of magnetization, scuba tank, and a seismic vibrator, whatever that does. Hold left shift for details, it just shows me nothing. Shift and N for a description. Okay, don't know too much about the seismic vibrator. Nice. Okay, so that's an episode done. I think that was everything we got out of that. All right. Hope you enjoyed it. Comments down below. Got anything exciting? No. How am I going for cyanite? Still just got the 1 ingot. I'm sure there'll be more. Yep, so ore tripling done. We will work on processing the outputs. Oh no, that is an extra one. processing the outputs from the reactor. Let's grab you. I'm pretty sure, get out of my way. Pretty sure it's 2 of these. Yes. So I need 2, takes power and water and converts it into what? Boy. Plutonium. Okay. Guessing it's just a fuel, right? Uses of plutonium. Turbine terminal. Boostable. Whatever boostable. Oh yeah, boostable's that. I'll read the book. I think it's just a fuel. We'll find out. But that's what we need to process into. You can go. Sword is nowhere near as good as the last one I had. Right, cool. Thanks everyone for watching. Comments are down below. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye everyone.